So I went to Lowe's today and Home Depot looking for some shrubs, but I didn't find the ones that I wanted. But I did find me a bunch of flowers. So between my back and my front yard and even my front doorway and my back porch, this is where they'll go. So I have some marigolds over here, some pansies that I know are about to die out soon, but I was like, why not? Then I found some petunia hanging plants. They have a little trail right there. I'm not for sure what that plant is, but I thought these were pretty with the different colors and shades of purple and pink. There's another one. Those two hanging baskets will go on a shepherd's hook by my fence. Then we have a bunch of petunias here, some more marigolds. I have some impatiens and coleus that will actually go on by my front door. Now this impatient basket right here is meant to be a hanging basket. The hook is here, but I'm not going to use that for that. I'm actually going to use that for my front door as well. And every year I see all of these. I'm sorry for the background noise. It is a Saturday and there's a lot of people out in the neighborhood because it's so nice outside. So I hope you can hear me over that loud car. But here, azaleas are one of my favorites. I always see different people with azaleas. I remember when we lived on several military installations, they always would have those in the officers' quarters, and it would be just so beautiful. So I found a couple of them. They were really inexpensive. They're small, but hey, gotta start somewhere. Now over here, because I love trailing bushes, we have right here, it's called a crossvine. Look at me, I don't even know what that is, but I know it's pretty once it starts vining up the trellis I have. So I'm going to keep it on the trellis that is made by Lowe's, but eventually I'm going to take it off and it'll just connect with the trellis I have up against my house. I found these. They were regularly $15.98, but they actually were clearance today, half off at Lowe's. They had the little red marker through the barcode, which means they're half off. So I got 3 of those, some more marigolds right here, and a marigold bee. And then back here is a Carolina jasmine. Now that was half off too, even though it doesn't have a mark through it. The young lady that worked in that area said that it was discounted. So I got that really inexpensive too. Now I have one of these that I had when we lived on post. And yes, I planted my flowers. So I took my flowers, pulled them up when it was time for us to move off post and purchase our home. And I sure didn't bring it with me. Now we have been in our home almost 7 years. And out of all those years, my blooms just came up this year for the first time, literally. You would see the green leaf each year, but you would never see the blooms. So this is similar to what I'll show you later that bloomed in my backyard this spring. And then lastly, I have a gardenia back there. And that bush is really big. You can't really see it, but it's humongous. And it was only $20. I was surprised because usually they cost about $10 and they're nowhere near that size. So this is for happy planting season for me. And I'll try my hardest to, as I'm putting them in different areas, include them in my upcoming YouTube videos. All right, let's get to planting. So now that you've seen my first haul, I had to go back to Lowe's. The first group of plants I did plant, but Lowe's has the best clearance area. I mean, I go there all the time, and the first place I go to is straight to the clearance area. So in the garden center, they always have plants clearance, and depending on which Lowe's, what area you're in will determine what you will find. So in this video, you might see something that's clearance, a certain shrub or plant or hanging basket, but it might not be at your local Lowe's, not the exact same thing. But anyway, this is my favorite area, you guys. I don't care how much money I go in there with, how little money I go in there with, I'm going straight to this area first. And I was there, and they said they had so many hibiscus trees and hydrangea. So I was like, okay, Donna, Okay, make sure you do the right thing. I went there, I grabbed a bunch of them, left on up out of there. They were 50% off, and here is my loaded truck, and I'm back at the house. Now, I'm not going to talk this entire video, but just know 99% of the flowers that you see, whether it's from that very first haul at the beginning of that video, or this one, or even the next one, you best believe that I've got those things 50% off, except for that mosquito plant, that citronella plant right there. That was full price at $20, but it was so huge, and it is much needed in my back patio. So here we're on to the planters. Now, when I say planters, there's several different places I purchased mine from. None of these were on sale. That one right there I did get from Lowe's. I'm going more for that Spanish type theme in my garden. I mean, I don't know. It's something about those terracotta pots and the engravement and all that kind of stuff. I just love them. And we brought a bunch of them when we used to live in Texas, and we actually transported them here to where we live now, but they're hard to find. But anyway, I grabbed that one. You're going to see some from Dollar General. These were perfect. They are plastic, but they hold up pretty well in the weather here. So I purchased 2 of those. These ones right here are from Dollar General too. In the video, you'll see where there's the prices. I try to let you know exactly how much they cost. I think these were either 6 or 8. 6 or 8. Actually, they were $8, yes. But you see the detail and the color extraction that's there. That's what I'm looking for. And I found quite a few of them. Here's another one. That's a Dollar General one. Now, the next group of them will be from Costco and Sam's. So again, I will not talk this whole video, but just sit back and enjoy the great deals that I found. And now we're at my husband's favorite store. Now, there's always a controversy in my home as far as Lowe's or Home Depot. Which one has the best deals? Which one has the best items to purchase? And I'll be honest, Lowe's is my favorite. But my husband is kind of pulling me to the other side to shop more in Home Depot with him. These are some Spanish-style planters that I did find. I didn't purchase any at that moment, but I had purchased one before, which was not in my video from earlier. But I went to Home Depot looking for their mulch and their gardening soil. It was on sale. But when I was there, I was like, what is that? Is that really a fern? What? $20 and is in a whiskey pot? Now, I love the look of the whiskey barrels. No, I do not drink. I don't drink anything but water, soda, and Coke. We do not drink alcohol, but it's something about that look. It just, I don't know. I just can't explain it. But anyhow, it has that country rustic look. So I grabbed them. I grabbed 2 of them that day. I ended up going back to another Home Depot and grabbing another one. But $20, let me tell you guys something. Those whiskey barrel planters themselves are about $16. And then a fern that size, oh, you best to believe, even for $20, it was the regular $39.99. They mark it down to $20. That's still a great deal, because if you bought the whiskey barrel planter by itself and I bought a fern that big, oh my goodness, you're going to pay almost about $50, $55. I'll be real with you. So when I saw that, I was like, whoa. So my husband, he comes in He was supposed to be in the truck, but he came in and he was looking at me really, really strange. And I'm like, what? Come on, you can't beat this deal. So anyway, I did grab that, and I grabbed a bunch of potting soil. I think I went back to Home Depot because it was like a back and forth sale with Home Depot and Lowe's. So you really had to look at the amount of soil you were getting in the bag along with the price and compare the two to see which one had the better deal. And I have to be honest, Home Depot had the better deal. So that's where I grabbed quite a few bags. We have a lot of planning to do. And so I knew I needed the right type of soil. So there's two different size bags that you just saw there. So I had to make sure I was getting the right size because if not, I would have gotten to the register and I would have been disappointed because it wouldn't have matched up to what I thought I was going to have to pay. So I am headed to that section again where you'll see those pots. And as I was in line, well, I wasn't in line, but I was on this aisle. And I was looking at my stuff, and I went down and looked at the pot, and I was like, okay, hold up. There's too many people around my basket that I just let sit there. So I had to run to my basket because I would have been upset after all of that work that someone would have taken my things. So keep watching. Now, as we're getting closer to the end of this video, you'll see where we have some shrubs that we're planting alongside our front yard just to make like a border to separate, our property from our neighbors, just for a little privacy because we have a swing that my husband made out there in the front. And sometimes just a little, more comfortable when we're out there and, everybody can't see us or whatever. So if you would look back and you'll see one of my videos where my husband actually made that swing is in our front yard. And now this is my backyard. It looks a hot mess. Don't talk about me. Don't judge me because I promise you when you see the video coming up later this summer, you're going to be like, that's a total different background. A total different backyard there. But these are some of the other plants that I picked up along the way within the past couple of weeks. And again, we're talking 50% off. I don't have the prices there for you to see, but those shrubs, there's some mulch that I picked up that was 50%. Well, that wasn't 50% off. That was really even much cheaper. It was like $2 a bag from Home Depot. And Lowe's too. And then you'll see some shrubs. All of that is 50% off. We are now at home, the at-home store, where I picked up a few planters. So coming up, you'll see some new videos this summer coming from me within the next month you'll actually see where the planters were placed in my landscaping area. So please stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed already, you might want to go ahead and do that. And for all you gardening lovers, stay tuned.